Hey Flosstube friends, it is Sherry, ColoradoCrossStitcher, and this time I'm coming to you from behind the camera because I thought for this Flosstube it would be fun to do a little shop tour. And you know, we opened the shop in the back corner of our yarn shop last September, end of last September, and I have not done a shop tour for you. So today I'm going to do that, and then next time I'll be back with my progress and all of those fun things. So let's start in on the tour. So I'm going to start over on this side, and I'm going to try and go slowly because I know that is helpful. So over here we have Twin Peak Primitives, Luminous Fiber Arts, Annie B's, Homespun Elegance, Bent Creek. I'm going to show you this new Twin Peak that we just put on the website. Look at that Gold Birds sampler. Isn't that pretty? Beautiful colors. Beautiful gold birds. If you're a bird lover, that looks like a really fun one. The alphabets look simple. Just love that. So that's the corner here. We also have some From the Heart needle art over there. I also just added in Gnomes in the Garden and Patriotic Row by Bent Creek. And let's move back. And let's move forward. All right. I know it's glary because I'm going to show you all the lights we have in here. When we had this space made, we had them put in the energy saving lights, and I had them put a bunch in over this area and up where we have our knit night. So there's lots of light here in the shop. So here we have Barbara Anna, Brenda Keys. Look, that bottom shelf is again empty of the Ultimate Sampler Motif book. I've ordered yet another. Every time I order from her, I order more and more. So I've ordered a box full. I mean, a huge box full for the next time. We should have that in a couple of days. So we'll get that filled in. Then we have Rosewood Manor. Little Heart and Hand, Little Hands-on Design. Kathy Barrick. That's my new one that I'm going to start. Quaker Dwelling. Because Olivia B did that on the most beautiful, I don't know what color it was, straw, mustard, something or other. I'm so doing that. Olivia, I hope you don't mind if I copy you. Then we have Plum Street and Tra La La and some Scarlet House. Let me show you the two new ones we just got in from Plum Street. I just put a bunch of new patterns on the website again yesterday. So a Mount Vernon Christmas. So cute with the snowman on top, isn't it? Waving the flag. And then Repeat the Sounding Joy, and I just think this is gorgeous. With the brick house, the snowflakes, the two reindeer down there, the flowers, so pretty. All right, let's go back here. We have Jessie and Me, Erica Michaels, Stitching with the Housewives, Heart and Hand, Blue Flower, Lucy Beam, Shakespeare's Peddler, Silver Creek Samplers. Over in this rack we have Modern Folk embroidery, a lot of that. And we just got a new order of that about a week and a half ago. So I'm going to scan all of those because they're gorgeous. This is the one I'm working on, Mary Harry, with Mpi silks. We got the popular Christmas ones back in. I don't know, people seem to work on Christmas year-round. Well, at least we sell patterns for Christmas year-round. Think Twice is a new one, and Freebird is a new one, those two up there. Isn't this one gorgeous? Wings of the Dove. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. I also think that would be pretty on a light colored fabric with a darker colored thread. The Bonnie Swans is new. I love this Irish Quaker sampler. Okay, I'm going to hold this, see if it will focus. Because it looks like some really fun, interesting alphabets. And then I also love the colors because they remind me of the ocean, sand and sea colors. That one's a fun one. And How Doth the Little Busy Bee. That's cute. This one I'm going to do from the 2020 Family Patchwork Sampler. So I took one of those in my stash, which I'll show you the next time. And here's some more. We have more of the Cranky Owl, which really, who doesn't want to make the Cranky Owl? Okay, then I'm going to back around behind me because the Prairie Schooler wall is behind me. You know what I love about Prairie Schooler is the colors are simple. I don't know, it's DMC. The colors are simple, the graphics are clear and fun, and I just think it's beautiful. Every time I check in Prairie Schooler, there's more that I want to make. Super fun. And then I know you know this because we keep selling out, but all of the, okay, let me back up slowly. So you know how they do cards each year with a new Santa. And they've taken all of the previous years, or most of the previous years, and put them in the Santa's Revisited. Which is kind of cool if, like me, you stopped stitching for a little bit there and missed out on some of these fun Santas. You can get them all together like this. So there's 3 in each little leaflet. So that's fun. This is another one I want to do. Santas and Snowmen. I feel like I'm shopping with you guys. Telling you what I want to do, showing you all the pretty patterns. So anyway, that's the Prairie Schooler wall. Which, you know, there's a lot more Prairie Schoolers. I think we should probably add to that. Alright, and then let's go around the corner here. We have, this is a lot of primitives on this side. So we have Stacy Nash. And the newest one I just added here was the first Snowfall pin keep. Now, doesn't it look like that flower pot has its hands on its hips because it's snowing? It cracks me up. And then Threadwork Primitives, and I just added in Where Liberty Dwells with a log cabin. I think that log cabin is really cool. And also Star Spangled. I think I'm starting to think about getting some more patriotic pieces done. And then down here we have Pineberry Lane. Well, I love so many of her things. And then on this round rack we have Shakespeare's Peddler, of course my favorite, Savior's Praise. We have Hello from Liz Matthews. And then I'll turn the rack around for you because we have Reflets de Soie. There's that massive one that I wish somebody would do. I think it's so cool. There are a lot of reflets that I want to do. That Yvonne Leclerc, look at that gorgeousness. I think we still have a silk pack available for that too. And Needlework Press. 7 red alphabets, 6 red alphabets. Well, look, here's another one I want to do, Josephine Sedine, because I think that alphabet is so cool. Multiple alphabets. All right. Then let's go around the corner here. We have cottage garden samplings. And you know they're doing a year in the woods. And number 3 just came out, Jackrabbit. So the first one was the fox, which, cool fox. And then the swan, and now the jackrabbit. And I think it's really neat how they're doing patterns and textures in there. Isn't that cool? Same with the fox. She has several that I'd like to do. I love, love the crow here. And I love this piece on earth with the cardinal. And I love this one, Merry and Bright. And then we have some of the smaller reflects patterns down here. Next, La-di-da. Mary Mac. Oh, let me see. Where am I in my camera? Down. There we go. Miss Mary Mac. I love her hair. I've got to do her. And that old crow. So fun. And then we have, let's see, a couple of the bigger blue flowers. And then all of this is with Thy Needle and Thread. That beautiful Redbird sampler. Jelly Bean Jubilee. We finally got more Cup of Christmas Cheer in, which was one of my favorite finishes this winter. All right, let me turn around. On this side we have Lila's Studio. Oh, I hear some people say Lila's Studio, so I'm going to have to figure out how to pronounce that correctly. I'm really excited to do this Quaker Welcome because somebody was working on this. Who was working on that? Mel, were you working on that? Somebody's working on this. And I am not a pink person, but I think I might make that red. Red house, black letters. Oh, I think that'll be so pretty. And the other one I just took from my own stashes down here at the bottom. Let's see, let me move this over. SL 1862 small sampler. Isn't that pretty? Now that is really just the bottom part of this, Susanna Lynch. So if you think you might want to do the whole sampler, just get the whole pattern and then you can do the bottom half as a little pillow if you so desire. Then we have Theresa Koget. She has some really cool books coming out at Market, which I'm excited to get. All right. Then we move into the back part of the shop. We've got Sulky here. This is the Mpi Wall, one of my favorite walls. Isn't that beautiful? I'm just going to let you look at that for a minute. I love that wall. And then we have, I'll show you some of those samples a little closer in a second. They're a little glary, but then we have all of the Gentle Arts Weeks, Classic Colorworks, DMC going all down there. On this front table right now we have some Halloween. I was going to say we have some Halloween things. We have some Valentine's Day things and some of the new modern folk. And we just got in, look at this, tiny town, big-hearted tiny town. I'm going to show you the Christmas one and the patriotic one over there on the table, but I think that is so cute. And then we have Teresa Vanette's Red Letter Day. We have gotten in another shipment of Book of Days, so get those while you can. And then over here on this table, I don't know, I guess I was in the mood for reds with my snowflakes this time. So this one is a free pattern on our website. Go to the home page, put your cursor on the drop down arrow next to patterns, and the free patterns will pop up. That one is Icy Red by the Scarlet House. That's Redbird Sampler by Heart and Hand. Here's one of my favorites, Button Up from Prairie Schooler. I did change my wording on that. And I did it on an older blue that I had from like the 1990s, I think. So, and then we have our hanks of the MPI silks. And again, remember, I can order any color in a hank. I keep evergreens, I keep a couple of blues. It looks like we're out of the navy right now, but I have this French country blue, charcoal, several reds. We usually carry black and white, so we'll be ordering more again next week, but we can order any color you need. Bristol berries. Now I'm doing that piece for camp, and I finished it, and I did bring it to the shop today so I could show it to you guys. And then this is another free pattern on the website, Be My Valentine. And these little bowls, you know how I'm always talking about McCain's furniture on Etsy, and I have ordered some of them to sell in the shop. I don't ship them because they're heavy, but check McCain's Furniture on Etsy for all of those wonderful things. All right, and then we have some Heart and Hand here, and these are the two other tiny towns I was telling you about, the Christmas one and the patriotic one. I just love the whole idea of the tiny towns. All right, back up. We have our trims. We have a lot of other samples of things. Here's my cup of Christmas cheer that I did finished on a book. That is Theresa Koget's idea, which I love. We have some bigger skeins of sulky. We have all our fabrics. We're expanding our fabrics, so I'm going to need a new cubby. I've actually got a big bookshelf in mind for our fabrics as we grow those. And then back here are all the blackbirds. And we try to carry a lot of blackbirds because, you know, buy all the blackbirds. And as soon as I'm done, I'm almost done around the shop, and then I'm going to show you some of the samples a little closer if I can. I don't know how that's going to work with the glare. Here we have little Ort jars. We don't have those on the website just because of shipping. This is a Silver Creek sampler, Do Not Worry, that I did a while back. And I put that on Instagram. I think I put it on Instagram and said, is that yellow frame just like too weird wild on this? But you know, I kind of like it. Okay, taking you around, we have Hands Across the Sea samplers. Okay, too glary. I'm currently working on Jane Bannister. I have Elizabeth Furnace. I cannot wait to start that. Okay, look what I noticed about Elizabeth Furnace. I hope this focuses. Adam and Eve are active. Like usually in samplers, I see Adam and Eve just standing, facing forward. And I love that they're actually, well, that's probably not good. She's actually picking the apple. But I thought it's an interesting sampler difference. And I love the patchwork grass. And then we have these. I really want to do Mary Vincenza Larica, because I love all the red. I have Mary Snow on my list. I have Sophia Doggett on my list. So, and we must be out of the pear one right now, so I will get more of those. All right, and then here we have Heartstring Samplery. Again, glary, sorry. And I am working on his eyes on the sparrow. I'm going home to work on that tonight, and I also want to do Consider the Lilies. So pretty. And then again we have some of the dough bowls for sale in the shop. And then this is the little round rack of fun where we have needle minders, we have floss bags, floss cards, turning, floss cards, floss drops, milk caps, the ruler for doing the milk caps. Q-snaps were out of all the other sizes, and every time I order they're back ordered, so we will get more when they have more. And then we have needles, pretty scissors, and needle organizer. Alright, and then here's the checkout and where I pack all of your orders on this little island right here. I put all your orders in those cubbies when I pull them in the mornings, and then I pack them here. And now I'm going to go through and give you a little closer up of some of the samples if you're interested. And again, I'm not sure how well it will show, but this is with thy needle and thread Schoolhouse. What was that called? Schoolhouse series? Anyway, it's 4 different patterns, and I did mine all as one, which was super fun. Up top, yeah, too glary. Houses of Hawk Run Hollow, which I changed up a little bit in my verbiage, which you can see on my Instagram page. And then Village of Hawk Run Hollow. Here we have Brenda Keyes, I think it's New England Sampler. That was the first piece I did on 40 count, and now I'm just loving 40 count so much. And then A Savior's Praise, which was one of my very favorites. Changed it up a little bit. Gila J and Lights from Above. And my sampler maker, which was my first big cross stitch design. Had so much fun with that. Smith sampler. That's by the Scarlet House. I was so sad when that was done because I was having such a fun time stitching on it. This I love, All Creatures Great and Small by Barbara Anna, and I did it 1/1 on 25 count, and I just love the size. This one might be called Peace on Earth, Home for Christmas. Maybe it's called Home for Christmas. I think it's in the Home for Christmas Blackbird book. This is a GGR, let's see, that I did for Paul's grandma. And I'm trying to figure out ways to not get so much light. Modern folk embroidery, let's see. How can I do that? There, that's a little better. I did that for Cross Stitch Camp last summer. And this is a Little House Needleworks that I bought from the shop in Cheyenne. And I love having one of Penny's pieces on the wall of her samplers that she did. And then back here we have Silver Creek Christmas one. Christmas Garden, which is another one of my very favorites out of one of the Blackbird Christmas books. And I did that over 1/1 on 25 count Lugana and changed the colors out to be a little brighter. And I think in the same book is the Cardinal. And then Christmas Joy by Barbara Anna, done on, I think this was Color and Cotton Frog Belly or Frog's Legs or Frog something, but I love it on green. Almost done. All right, this was in Winds of Autumn. I changed the border. I did checker border instead of the bittersweet vines. I don't know, by the time I got to that, I was just like, I just need to be done with this. But I do love it. And then Feast of Friendship. Well, not good. And what was that one called? That's in the patriotic book. Sorry, I'm looking to see if I have it. There, that's better, maybe. Salute to Abigail, maybe that's what it's called. And then October 31st, finished on my coffee can from Winds of Autumn. Okay, I think that's it. You've seen the whole shop. I just feel like we've been shopping together, which has been super fun. We have stuff going on with the yarn shop, and I'm going to fill you in on all of that in my next Flosstube video. Lots going on. I'm super excited about continuing to grow the cross-stitching business and the offerings that we have here, and so all good things ahead. I will talk about that more on my next video. In the meantime, thank you so much for your orders. I love seeing your orders. I love thinking about what you're adding to stash, what you're going to start right away, maybe what kind of fabric you're going to use or what you're going to use that fabric for. So we just have a lot of fun packing up your orders, and we so appreciate them. So don't forget to check our What's New, because we're always adding things to the website. I don't put threads and fabrics on What's New when we get those in, because we get those in so often and there's so many of them. So it's really the patterns that I focus on putting in What's New. But remember, I'm one of those people that stopped stitching for several, maybe 20 years in, I don't know if when, what, 2000 to 2017. So there are a lot of patterns that I get because I think, oh, I missed that one back in 2015. So you'll find a lot of new patterns, but also a lot of some of the goodies that some of us may have missed when we took off a little bit from our stitching. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for shopping with me today. And I will see you again probably in 3 weeks for a regular Flosstube and update. Oh, you know what? Here I am telling you the whole goodbye thing, and I forgot to show you my winter camp. And since I'm not going to Flosstube before the end of February, I want to show you that I did get it done. That's this piece, top piece, February camp, and I have things to tell you about that. So I will share that in my next video, but I wanted to show you that I got that done. Okay, now truly, that's all. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.